Hey, what's up? My name is Jam. Welcome to this week's review of The Real Houses of Nairobi. This is episode 7. This is episode 7. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, support me, bitch.
Support me, bitch!
So this episode starts off at Lisa's house, the outside, since Lisa doesn't want to take us inside. I don't know why Lisa doesn't want to show us the inside of her house. I don't know why every time people visit her, she only shows the outside. And weird thing is Lisa is very nosy. We have seen that Lisa is nosy. If she goes to your house, she wants to see the decor. She wants to see the furniture. We have seen her. So I don't know why she doesn't want people judging her. Maybe she doesn't want people judging her. So Lisa invited a Libon. His name is Pamwat. So he's a spiritual priest. And then she invited Dr. Lisa, and she invited Ali, who's her best friend. Her best friend. And let me tell you something. Lisa is really promoting the hell out of Ali. Any business, anything that concerns Ali and her business, she's making sure like she mentions it. So it's not a bad thing. That's your friend, and you have this platform. So kudos. When Lisa is introducing Dr. C to Pamwa, she's like, pia huyu ni daktari kama wewe. I'm like, it's not the same. It's not the same. You are a doctor, you are a spiritual priest. It's not the same, okay? They sit down, and then Lisa tells Dr. C, you can ask Pamwat a question and ask his stones a question. When I tell you Dr. C in her confessional, she was making me laugh. She's like, you see, people in the village wakiniona, watasema kale kamama na kajini na majini. Which is true. The villagers will be like, ooh, what are you doing? Especially the religious ones. They're like, ooh, what are you doing? She's skeptical, but she's like, you know what, I'm here. I'm not going to be rude. And it's only talking to stones. Let me just ask the stones questions. So Lisa asked, I'm paraphrasing, like, is there anybody blocking my blessing? And of course, Pamwat is like, yes. The spiritual priest is not going to say everything is okay. No. Atasema, there's something wrong. So, but they didn't show much after that, like her conversing with the priest. But they did show the priest telling her, you have to lick the stones. And Dr. Sill's like, I hope there was no cow shit, because it tasted like cow shit. I would not have licked those stones. I don't know who has been talking to those stones. I don't know who has been asking those stones questions. There is no way I am licking those stones, okay? So that was done. Ali was leaving. Sonal was coming in. And when I tell you, Sonal looked so distraught, sad. Sonal is crying. Sonal just looks broken, to be honest. Sonal looks broken. Yeah, Sonal looks broken. And then, you know how we've seen Sonal? Sonal is always dolled up, makeup on point. She has a nice, cute dress on. But today she was like in t-shirt and jeans. And I really loved, okay, I didn't love that she came sad and distraught, but I loved that she came just looking normal, She came looking like Lisa. I love that. She just came looking normal without the extraness, okay? Because I love the extraness. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I do love the extraness. Like with Susan, I love the extraness when it comes to her hair, even sometimes when it comes to her dressing. But sometimes, like if I'm inviting you to my home, or we're meeting up for coffee, and you're dressing, it's just like over the top, like you have a gown on, then that I don't feel like you're being real. So her showing us being vulnerable was nice. She sits down and she's talking to Dr. C and Lisa, and she's like, listen, what happened to me yesterday was just too much. Like Vera was just hitting me below the belt, insulting me, calling me all kind of names, and I didn't appreciate that. Queens should not be taking other queens down. She was saying all that. Dr. C and Lisa were really supportive, because even Lisa was like, I would never yell or scream at Sonal, knowing the condition she's in right now. Dr. C said that she will uninvite Vera. Remember, they're going for lingerie shopping. They had already planned it. So she's like, I'm going to uninvite her because there's no need for her to be there. So, and Dr. C, in her confessional, she was like, not everybody can go to the streets and someone can close a shop for them, but they do it for her because of the command she has in the markets. And I was like, sheesh, Dr. C, we are sorry. And she was like, why would I go with Vera not knowing how she's going to act? There's no way I'm taking this ratchet woman to one of my friends' shop. And well, let me tell you, when she said that, I was like, that is one thing Vera is trying to fight, that she's ratchet. That is one thing from episode 1. She's trying to show people that she's very classy, but it has crumbled. Like, it only took 6 episodes for Vera to show her true self. The bitch could even last 1 season. 6 episodes. Well, for some of you to see, because me, I'd already seen it from season 1. Like, that calmness that she was pretending to have, I had already seen that. This is just a facade. But Dr. C was like, no, I am not bringing this ratchet woman to my friend's place. So Dr. C called her, and she was like, hi Vera, how are you? Listen, what happened last night was just a bit heavy, so I was just thinking I'm just going to cancel the event. So you cool. Vera, in her confession, was like, I don't like buying lingerie while pregnant because I don't look wearing while pregnant because I don't look sexy, and I probably wouldn't have gone anyway. Well, you're going to say that now because you found out that you were uninvited and everyone went except you. So of course you're going to say that, okay? Listen, Vera's makeup has been like on point. Let me check if I can say it. Has been on point. Her hair and makeup has been on point, except for last week's when she was wearing a yellow dress, and this week's when she's wearing this red dress. I want you guys to see Vera's makeup. Look at her. Look at how her hands and her face, the makeup, her face looks a little bit ghosty. And then her hands were not matching her face. I don't know, whoever did her makeup didn't do it right this time. Maybe it's the Suzanne makeup artist that she borrowed. Maybe. Anyway, the call ended, and then Sonal was asking, so you've cancelled the event? And it's like, no. Dr. Seuss like, no, I have not cancelled the event. I just say that so that. Diplomacy. Now, if it was me, I'll be like, bitch, you're uninvited. There is nothing like diplomacy, but I get Dr. C. She's those nice aunties. Because she's queen mother, okay? So she's just going to be nice about it. Lisa being shady is like, there's probably nothing that fits her. When I tell you Lisa is shady, Lisa is really, really shady. But you know what? I love me some Lisa. Like, I love that kind of shade, okay? Yes, maybe she's body shaming, but Vera deserves it. She mental shames someone. So Vera deserves it, everything that comes to her, okay? Vera at her house. So the next scene was Vera at her house. I did love this scene. I really did love this scene. I love seeing her, and this is what I'm saying. If you're able to see, if Vera was smart enough, she would just show people the real her, and people would like her. Like, let me tell you something. When Sonal and especially Sonal, when Sonal was like clowning where she lives, even when Dr. C said, I didn't know this place would have such nice houses, but Dr. C finished off with saying, but the houses are cute. And then you remember when Sonal was like, Uku ni wapi? Is this the end of the earth? All I can see is dust and mabatis. Like, I felt a little bit bad for Vera. But then I remembered, but she also insults people based on class, based on money. So I was like, I want to feel bad for you, but you're also you're also the same. That's how you are actually. You judge people according to what they have. You insult people. If you see someone doesn't have money, you insult them, forgetting that you're also struggling. You're also broke. Because according to the streets and according to what everyone is saying this episode, You ain't got money like that. Anyway, Fred comes in. She's holding baby Asia, and also what her brother, Vera's brother. They come in, they sit down for a while, and then at some point it was just the three of them. So Vera is telling Fred, listen, let me tell you about what happened last night. This me and Sonal got into a fight, and remember, I've just been bottling everything up. And that day, that night, I was just like, it's done. I'm done. I'm just going to explode and tell Sonal everything I feel like saying. Fred said, listen, you should talk to Sonal. You should not fight with Sonal, considering the kind of situation she's in. So in short, Fred was like, yo, her mental state is not okay. Why are you dissing her? So I don't understand how everyone else can see it except Vera. I don't understand how everyone else can see it except there's a way Vera you could have talked to Sonal without being so shady and without being so vile. You understand? And then to make matters worse, the person who actually said your MC said this was Susan. You didn't have that smoke for Susan, but you had it for Sonal. So that's what's making people like, why are you so hard on Sonal and not Susan, who is the actual person who said it? Vera said she doesn't care because Sonal has depression and will always play victim, and no one will see that she's poking her. So Vera continues to tell Fred, listen, you remember I told you that she asked me about her, oh Vera, you bleached your skin. But it's not a lie, Vera. You have bleached your skin. Vera, you do not like when people question you. You don't like it. The same way you didn't like when Dr. Maria questioned you about your cloud chasing botched surgery. You don't like it when people are telling you the truth. And until if someone asks you, did you bleach your skin? Yes, I did. If you don't remember, Sorisha season 2 of The Real Housewives of Durban. Someone asked Sorisha, did you bleach your skin? Sorisha said, yes, I have, and I've talked about it. So what? And people didn't have anything else to say. They kept quiet. So don't let anybody ever spray you with your tea. Yes, you bleached your skin. Kalas. Mind your business. Yes, I've bleached my skin. Kalas. So she said that Sonal asked her that, and she feels like Sonal is belittling her because she has a closet full of shoes. And I felt like that was projecting. I felt like that was projecting. Vera, you are the first person who will blab out how you have a 75,000 shilling bag in your closet. But now you want to act like Sonal has a closet full of shoes. She's belittling you. And let me even give you guys an example. A few weeks ago, when Vera had an argument with Amber Ray on Instagram, what was the first thing Vera did? Started to show people that she got money. What's the first thing she said? Listen, I have a bag in my closet that's 75,000 bob. I've traveled to over 60 countries. And then she started showing all the throwback pictures of her traveling. You like to belittle people. So you're projecting that. That's how those are your insecurities. Maybe Sonal is, maybe Sonal is not, because we don't know. We have not had okay, maybe off camera, maybe Sonal tells us some things that she's feeling like that. So we can't say like her feelings are not valid. Maybe Sonal tells her things that she feels like you're belittling me. But Vera, you are also the same in the streets. So that's why people can't feel sorry for you. Even when you say it, I was like, maybe Sonal has said something that Vera has felt like you are kind of belittling me. Because then fast forward, when Sonal was talking about Vera's house, I felt like that was really shady also, which is fine. It's good shade, but I can get why Vera felt belittled. But the problem is, Vera, you do the same thing. So someone will not feel sorry for you because you do the same thing. And Vera says that she's holding a Swahili event, and I don't know if she doesn't know if the girls would come. Fred says just talk to the girls, and I'm pretty sure they'll come. Anyway, we did see that they all went. I didn't understand why Sonal went, but she went. Okay, so Sonal gets home after leaving Lisa's house. She calls her therapist, tells her what happened. Her therapist talked her down and calmed her down. It's a good thing she called her. At least she felt better after that. Sonal says that she's good with Vera, even though Vera has not given her an apology. She's let it go. I wouldn't. Susan and Minnie meet up. This is what I'm saying. Imagine you guys are meeting up at the mall. You all are wearing gowns. It's like we're going to a gala or something. No, come on. I'm pretty sure you have some cute jeans, cute top, and some nice heels, and you'll still look okay. Like you're overdoing it at this point. You're really overdoing it. Sometimes I do like the extraness, but this is now too much. Okay. Anyway, Susan came in with some flowers, and then Minnie came in. Susan gave Minnie the flowers, like you brought me flowers the first day we met, so I was just like giving it back in a good way. They sit down and they say, let's squash our beef. I don't think women should be fighting. I honestly feel like Susan, I don't think Susan is really a bad woman. I know, but I just don't think like Susan is really a mean person. I feel like when she does not like you, she will be ruthless. But if she likes you, if you're her friend, you're her friend. And I've seen it because when they tried to throw Vera under the bus at the lingerie shop, Susan kept her mouth shut. Even now, when Minnie was asking her a few questions, but we get to that. Anyway, Minnie and Susan are good. Minnie was like, if you can't beat them, join them. She was basically saying Susan could just not match her energy. And I think it's also true, because Minnie's mouth is lethal compared to Susan's mouth. It is lethal. So they're good. Minnie asked Susan, Susan, one thing I didn't understand is when Vera was coming for Sonal and attacking Sonal, why didn't you say anything to Vera the way you came at me when I was attacking Sonal? And I was like, first of all, Minnie, so you do know you kind of attacked Sonal that day, huh? And Susan's excuse was BS. They have a 7-year friendship, so I can't involve myself in that. Your best friend, because you're calling Sonal your best friend on the show, is being insulted, embarrassed by Vera, and the only reason is because they have a 7-year relationship and you don't see the need to be involved. You could have told Vera, keep quiet, that's too much, that's too low, something. Vera was charging to beat up Sonal, and you're still saying this is a 7-year relationship. Even Minnie was like, something is smelling fishy, because Vera and Susan, she said Vera must have something on Susan. And I feel like it goes both ways, because even Vera did not come for Susan the way she came for Sonal, and it was Susan who actually said, your MC said, if you want more drinks, go pay for yourself, go pay for your own drinks. So I do feel like Vera and Susan just have this spark, like we're not gonna diss each other, Jesus Christ, diss each other or embarrass each other. I really feel that. Where was I? Oh yes, so they have a 7-year relationship. There's no way she was going to get involved in all that. Meaning her confession was like, Vera is as ghetto as they come. You cannot have an intellectual conversation with her. I was like, whoop. Second person to call her ratchet, Dr. C and Minnie. The next thing was Dr. C's house. So she had invited Susan and her mini-me. Listen, I love Susan's, I've forgotten Susan's baby girl's name. I love her. She's super cute. So Dr. C and Andrea, her daughter, and Susan and her daughter, they're gonna bake some muffins. Susan brought some yogurt from their farm, and Susan was like, other people will not understand when I bring yogurt, but Dr. C is not that kind of person. she accepts us yogurt. Believe me, Susan, if you gave me yogurt, I'll be happy. My baby girl loves yogurt. Like, she drinks, I think, should I say this? And then maybe I'll have mom saying that's not healthy, blah blah blah. I don't want people judging me. Anyway, my baby girl loves yogurt. She does. So if you bring me yogurt, I'll be good. The daughters started the preparations, cracking the eggs, the flour, mixing up, and then Dr. C, and by the way, Susan, see, you're coming to someone's house, look at what you're wearing. Like, you're over the top. You look cute though. You did look cute. I do like, you did look cute. So Susan and Dr. C are talking, and at some point Dr. C was like, it's too hot. I think she was having some flashes or something. It's too hot. I cannot. The oven is on. It's out. It's hot outside. It's too much. She's just finding herself. And then she did talk about menopause, and that her daughter saw her once, and her daughter was a bit scared. Then they was like, you know what? Let's go outside. And they carried some bubbly, and then the daughters went outside to play. I don't know who was watching the muffins because they ziliungua. So they're outside, they're talking. Dr. C tells Susan she wants to do a special issue for Samantha Bridal. Remember her magazine? And she wants Susan to be the cover, to be on the cover. And then Susan was like, yes, Susan was excited. And Susan was like, I know Bridal is always white. You want to do something different? And Dr. C was like, yeah, I want to do a bit something funky and something different. Susan said in the lines of, listen, if anyone ever comes at me, I'm a bad bitch, and I don't want you to try and settle and say, would you agree with it? Something of the sort. I feel like there was something missing, because I didn't understand it went from that to talking to I'm a bad bitch. So I feel something was missing. Dr. C said, I will not do anything. I know you're a bad bitch. Susan said, I'm happy to, I needed to hear that. And this is not the first time I've had Susan say this. So I feel like Susan loves it when her friends validate her. If you can remember a few episodes ago at the jewelry shop, when the jeweler said, I hope I said that right, when she said, Susan, you have a kind heart. And then Susan started crying and said, I needed to hear that. Susan loves when her friends validate her. It's not is it a bad thing? No, it's not a bad thing. And I think that's why when you fall out with her, she goes so hard, because she really went hard with Minnie. Because she felt like, we are friends, we've never had issues, then all of a sudden we have issues. So Susan does love when her friends validate her. After they talked, they went back inside. The cupcakes, the cupcakes were burnt. The next scene was Dr. C is in her bed, and then her husband brings her some breakfast. And then Dr. C is like, this is 20 or 25 years. We've been married for 20, 25 years, and he always brings her breakfast. I was like, okay, Dr. C, okay, you chose well. Dr. C, you did. You chose very well. Dr. C asked her hubby, you drove Andrea to school. What did she say? Hubby's like, I'm not telling you. That's a father-daughter thing, okay? I'm not telling you. I was like, oh, that's so cute. That is so cute. Then Dr. C starts telling him about the fight and the drama. Like, I met this girl called Vera. I just had beach. I had boss beach. I had punda. I had donkey. He wasn't listening. He really wasn't. Even Dr. C said, if I ask him what I was talking about, he doesn't remember a thing. So Dr. C also tells Hubby, listen, you know my friend Nathan? Yes. So he has his shop. He's closed it for me to come shop with me and my friends. He closed it for me. I was like, yes, mother. He's closed it for me. So I'm going to go with the ladies later on and we shop. Cool. Let me tell you, Dr. C does look like a freak. Because she said when they're traveling, and the one thing after she shops, she always comes and puts on a show. Dr. C is a freak. She is a freak. So the ladies meet up at the lingerie shop. Who came in first? Minnie, Lisa. Let me tell you, Minnie has been keeping time, eh? This girl held Minnie accountable until she keeps time. I wish they would do that with them. But considering where Vera stays, I understand why she comes late. Like, the way these girls were talking, I don't think Vera lives in Nairobi County. So, lazima pange safari mapema. Eh? come at, if you know you have a meeting at 1, Vera has to start planning leaving at around 4 a.m. clearly, because she'll be late. She'll still be late. Minnie, Lisa, and Dr. C came in fast, and then Minnie was like, when I tell you, Minnie is funny when she's not trying so hard, and I think I've said this a couple of times. Okay, so Minnie was like, here's Lisa with all her wrinkles. And here's Dr. C dressing like she's going to the office. To be honest, Dr. C, what were you wearing? We're coming shopping, lingerie shopping. You're dressed like you're going to the office. Sonal came in next. Let me tell you something. Sonal was looking fine in that white dress. Sonal was looking real nice. I wish Sonal had some ass though. But she was looking nice. She really was. She said, I was hungry, I've slept, and I've eaten. I feel nice, okay? And then who came in next? Susan. Why am I asking like Vera was coming? Susan came in next. Susan, of course, looking extra in red. She looked nice though. She did. Susan and Minnie are all lovey-dovey, kumbaya. They're even picking the same kind of lingerie. So they're good, okay? And then they said, you know what, let's do a little bit of fashion show. So they got some bubbly and they're doing fashion. They were doing the fashion show. It was kind of weird that Minnie didn't do the fashion show. Are you shy, Minnie? Are you shy? Minnie was like, only Mr. Njuguna is gonna see this, so I'm gonna be the cheerleader. And she was really a good cheerleader. Who was fast? Susan was fast. And I was like, Susan, you've been a model. I don't know why you were so shy to just like shh, because you're just using the robe to cover yourself up, and we could only see the bra parts. I'm like, Susan, just let it go. Susan was fast. Lisa was fast in that orange silk nightgown. Sonal was Sonal, and then who else? Dr. C. And then Dr. C said that she has never had cellulite, but now she's kind of seeing a little ones pop up. And I'm like, Dr. C, shut up. You look good for your age. When Minnie was like, she has no ass, but she's sitting on ass when Sonal was coming out, like, Minnie. Minnie is funny. Her confessionals kill me. I won't lie. They are funny. They after that they were like so they're like sitting, not sitting, they're standing in a circle and they're talking, and then Sonal was like, Dr. C and Lisa, thank you for not inviting Vera. She doesn't deserve my presence. And when she said that, Dr. C was holding her glass like this, just listening. And then Minnie took her hand and they're like, ding, cheers her. And then I was like, it's true, she doesn't even this. I feel the same way too. And I was like, why do you feel that? What's wrong? And then Sonal said, you know, she called you broke. I was like, Sonal already has gone and said something. Sonal, I'm gonna need you to give us the same, give Vera the same energy you're giving when she's not there. Because you went and told Minnie that Vera called her broke, right? After you guys have had a fallout, that's when you're saying it. Before that, you didn't say it. I was on Vera when it came to that. Because you also said something. It's just that you didn't say that she's broke. Anyway, Minnie was like, I know she called me broke and she can't even afford makeup artists. She's even borrowing Susan makeup artist. Cindy or Susan, has she paid the makeup artist? I'm like, how many people is Vera begging from? Even makeup artists? And you're not paying them? But one thing I did love, Susan did not say a thing. Susan kept her mouth shut. And Susan was like, damn, is this how people were feeling when me and Minnie were fighting? It's really not a good look. Like I said, I don't think Susan is really a mean person. Even the issue with her and Minnie, I think it was kind of draining her. So I don't think she's a mean person. She didn't say one bad thing about it. And she could have said, yes, I have given her my makeup artist. But she didn't. Lisa, I think Lisa at this point, she's just over Vera. She's like, listen, this is too much talking about Vera. We're done. So let's just have fun. We came here to have fun. We don't need to spend time talking about her. And they were done. But then they started dancing. They paid for their panties and they went home. It was, honestly, that scene was really nice. That was a very cute scene. That was a very natural scene. Like, he wasn't made up. He wasn't fake. That was a really nice scene. Shout out to Dr. C. Dr. C, honestly, Dr. C came and changed the narrative. Because you can remember I told you, like, episode 3, episode 4, I was like bored. The only thing is just events. Next day events. Next day events. Like, I wasn't seeing anything authentic that happens. But Dr. C has kind of changed. I've seen Dr. C in her house with her kid, with her husband. She's inviting someone to just come and bake. Like, it's real. Like, she's literally sitting in the kitchen fanning and saying, it's too hot, man, and talking about menopause. Don't tell me Dr. C is not real. That bitch is real. Sonal and Susan met up to go get some tattoos. Susan got a tattoo of a heart, but in infinity shape, and then what's her name? Sonal got the semicolon tattoo, which is super. That was super nice. Susan was screaming and she was like, "I need some money for me to calm down." She got some dollars, and believe me, Susan did not scream at all. That heifer went quiet. She was like just like this. She got some dollars and she kept quiet. But that was a nice thing with her. Minnie had organized some massages for her and her husband. Charles was like, "Listen, I only cut my nails for nyumba and that's it. The extra facials and massages, I don't do that." And thank God Minnie surprised me, because if I knew, I would not be here. I would have left. I loved when Minnie went to massage Charles, and Charles was like, "Come on, those hands don't sound like a professional touching me." It was funny. I love when Charles and Minnie are doing a scene. I love it. I love them as a couple. They might be my favorite couple. There. Not that I want a threesome or anything. I'm just saying they might be my favorite couple. Minnie had organized some romantic thing upstairs, roses in the bathtub and all that. Charles gets in there. Charles like, "I think we're making a second baby." Even in the confessional, Charles like, "I think she's telling me she wants a second baby." Well, Minnie ain't pregnant, so it didn't happen, right? Minnie tells Charles, "I do feel comfortable with you, and I love that you make me feel sexy." And Charles was like, "You are sexy." Okay, I was like, yes. Like, I love that scene anyway. That scene was really nice. So the next scene is Swahili night. It was supposed to be Swahili day, but it ended up being Swahili night. So apparently the card read 3 p.m. Dr. C was there at 3 p.m. I bet Lisa would have been there also at the same time, but Lisa didn't turn up for this event. So Dr. C is there at 3 p.m. Is anyone greeting Dr. C at the door? No one. Dr. C is just ringing the doorbell. There's a guy who came, looked at Dr. C, and just went. Why can't you greet our queen mother? No one is greeting Dr. C. I don't know who directed her upstairs and just go to the balcony. I don't know who I guess it's productions. Like, listen, and then Minnie came in next. Minnie came in at 3:50 p.m. Minnie had some coconuts for guys, and she's like, "My mother taught me never to go empty-handed into someone's house." And I was like, yeah. Why is Dr. C not coming with something? Why is what's her name, Sonal, not coming with something? And Susan, Yani Minnie is the only person who came carrying something to someone's house. When she came in also saying no one directed her, nothing. I'm guessing production also. Just go up the stairs, you'll find the rest there. And then she got Dr. C there. Dr. C was just sitting, and let me tell you, when she saw Minnie, she's like, "Damn, Minnie was looking nice. Minnie was looking really nice." And I even forgot to say, even Minnie, when she was meeting Susan with her short hair, Minnie was looking sexy. I love her with short hair. I do. I'm not saying she can't wear wigs. She can. It's her hair. She can do whatever she wants. I'm just saying I do love her with short hair. Dr. C is pissed. Like, Dr. C is like, "I didn't go to my daughter's math workshop to be here. I cancelled things to be here on time at 3 p.m. and you're still not here. I don't even know where you are." What's her name? Minnie was like, "Listen, Vera hasn't even come to say hi to us. This is the host. You're not saying hi to us. Like, the event is at your house. Why are you late? I know you can see people coming in. Why are you late? Did I forget? Oh, I'll say that later. Why are you late? Minnie's like, it's very uncouth. Minnie's over Vera at this point. I don't know if they're still friends right now. But yeah, Minnie is also over Vera. Time goes by, and then they call they call Sonal. Yo, Sonal, where are you? The first thing Sonal says, is this the end of the earth? Huku ni wapi? Huku ni mwisho wa dunia. Where is this place? The only thing I'm seeing is dust and mabati. Where is this place? Okay, I've finally seen the lights for horizon. I think this. She says she's lost. In her confession, she's like, I'm lost. I can't see anything. It's only dust. It's only dust. Like, she beast. When I say you beast, and and you know when she said that, that's when I saw what Vera was saying, that she felt like Sonal belittles her, made sense. But then again, I said, Vera, people will not feel sorry for you because you do the same. Because you do the same. If you didn't do it, people would have been like, yeah, that's not cool. But you do the same. So both of you are wrong. Both of you are wrong. Sonal, I guess she was shading her because remember, Sonal was pissed off. You like embarrassed me the previous night, so I'm gonna shade the hell out of you. And then you walk around acting like you're this rich woman, this wealthy woman. We're just going to remind you where you stay. You don't even live in Nairobi. So someone like Sonal will be like, yeah, it's so dusty. Oh, kuna mabati. Is it nice? No. It's not nice. But if you act like you're rich and you're not, people are gonna call you out for it. Sonal ends up arriving. When Sonal arrived, it was night. It looked like it was 7 o'clock. Imagine, Dr. C was there from 3. Minnie was there from 3:50. Catch me dead. Catch me dead waiting for you for all those hours. I'm leaving. Like, no, damn it, leaving. Production, we are not doing this. Someone is not keeping us waiting here from 3 until I don't know what time. We're leaving. When Sonal came in, she came and saw the the donkeys. Vera had brought some donkeys. I loved that shade. I was like, okay, if I'm going to take a joke, let me take the joke to the next step. I really did. I enjoyed that. So she brought in the donkeys. So now I just looked at it and like, is she calling me a donkey? Is she trying to provoke me? Am I about to lose my shit? So now I went upstairs also. She's like, I'm the Tarab queen. She ends up seeing Dr. C. So she sits with Dr. C and Minnie. Who'd popped the bottle? Minnie popped the bottle, and then she like, pour the wine, the champagne into the glass. And before Dr. C could just drink, she was like, ooh, this is thinking. Like, Dr. C just had disgust. This is thinking. And let me tell you something. When Sonal said, like, no, I'm going to use this. Like, it's thinking. This is smelling. Hussein, can you bring another glass? This is not smelling nice. At first, Minnie was like, these girls are just flying. And then Minnie took the glass and smelled it. Minnie didn't even... No. Her face, Dr. C's face, and Minnie's face, that glass was stinking. Because even Sonal was like, this glass is smelling. Dr. C like, stinking. Stinking. I don't know why the glasses were stinking. And let me tell you something. When Vera was watching this episode, I am 100% sure she was so embarrassed and so ticked off. I know she was ticked off. She was ticked off without people were saying this place is far. Ni vumbi too, na mabati. I can only see she was ticked off. The glass, when it was stinking, I know she was pissed off. She really was. So they got fresh glasses, and even before they could get a drink, here comes Sonal. It's the dust. It's the dust. So now keep the same energy. I wish you'd keep the same energy. Because when you see Vera, you're like, oh, I didn't want to come, but out of respect, I'm here. And I love you, Vera. You know, I don't understand it. Even Minnie, you're like, Vera has a kind heart. Okay. But when she's not there, you guys are not keeping the same energy. You guys are shading the hell out of this girl. Rightfully so. But I don't want you guys to keep the same energy, okay? Just keep the same energy. So Sonal is talking this. So Sonal starts, no, Minnie asked, oh, where were you? And then Sonal was like, the couple few, I think, days. Sonal, I was in like here for my son's birthday. He just turned 24th. I'm like, guys, Sonal, you look nice. You have a son who's 24. You look really nice, to be honest. You do. You look nice. So now it's like, are you proud that I'm here? I actually made it. Minnie was like, I'm actually proud, but I don't even know why you're here. Because then so now I was like, what if I didn't come? So Minnie was like, it would have been cool. Even I'm asking you why you're here. Minnie's like, why are you here? Why are you here? This girl disrespected you, but you come and grace her event because you're a respectful person. For your mental health, I would think you would not come. I would think you would not come. But okay, I guess you want to be respectful. Guess who comes in 5 hours later? Vera Sadaka. She came in 5 hours later. Although she did look nice, she really did. She looked nice. Even Fred looked nice. Dr. C was like, she looks nice, but we are upset and angry. So you don't even feel like telling her that she looks nice. Like Dr. C is really like for real, for real. She doesn't sugarcoat things. She doesn't judge you harshly. She's just like honest. They sit down at the cute setup. So they're sitting down kwa pillows. You know how Swahili people do it, like tunakaa chini. The MC said, let's have some introduction and I want you guys to do it in Swahili. So Minnie started. Minnie was like, one thing I love about Vera, she has a kind heart. See what I'm saying? You're going to shade her, but then when you're in front of her, you don't tell her how you really feel. Dr. C tried. When I tell you Dr. C's Swahili is so Luya, it is so Luya by the way. When she speaks English, I don't hear the Luya accent. But when she speaks Swahili, I can hear the Luya accent. So Dr. C says her piece, Sonal, I didn't want to come, but because I respect people, I decided to come. Thank you, Vera, for inviting us. Shukran sana. She was so nice and polite about it. Like, bitch, come on. Or anyway, Susan came in 6 hours later. Susan was like, I'm fresh off my Lindy. It's a vacation that I needed. And I thought I was really late. I would find the event done. Kumbe, I'm right on time. So like, Susan came right on time. Actually, Susan was the only person who came on time because as soon as people sat down, Susan came in. So Vera got the mic. Vera did apologize to people for keeping them waiting. Vera in her confession, like, I didn't expect, I know the events was say 2 or 3, but I didn't expect people to, I thought people would come around 7 or 8. The next time when you write invites, write 7 or 8. Stop writing 2 and then you're arriving at 6. Now imagine you're not far, you're just upstairs in your bedroom. I wish they showed us Vera coming in. Like, was she in the house or was she outside the house? Because maybe she was outside the house, maybe she had gone to get makeup done and all this stuff. I wish they showed us. Because if you're inside the house, that was really rude. That was really rude. They all stood up to dance. They were dancing Tarabu songs. It did seem very fun. It did seem that they were given the lessons. The lessons, either you tie it kwa kiuno or you tie it just like below your ass just a little bit, or just in the middle, and then you dance. That was fun. You could see like legit people had fun. At some point, Minnie was dancing alone. She was struggling though. I'm sorry. She was. Minnie, you were kind of struggling. So Minnie decided to take Vera outside. Not outside, but just inside. Okay, inside the house. And Minnie had her plate. It was 12 a.m. They were eating at 12 a.m. Jamani. Sasita. Hi. And Minnie was just like straight up, I heard that you called me broke. Okay, to be honest, instead of, and this is what I say, Vera, that's why I don't feel sorry for you. Instead of saying, yes, I did, and I apologize, I should not have called you broke. Because Minnie asked, how do you know me? Or how do you know that I'm broke? Vera deflected, was like, if Sonal, because Minnie said Sonal is the one who told me. If Sonal was genuine, she would have told you immediately I said it. And the context of it all. But you did call her broke. You could have just apologized to her. but you won't do that. But you expect people to always apologize to you, and that's what I don't like about it. So they say, let's go back inside and ask Sonal. And Mina's like, I'm not even beating it around the bush. Yo, Sonal, so you did tell me Vera said that I'm broke. And Sonal's like, yes, she did. But she can speak for herself. And Vera said, yes, I did. I've already told her I did call her broke. So even me, I'm like, Mine, Vera is saying that she did call you broke. If that was Susan, you would have been pissed. So why are you not saying that about her? In the confessionals, what's her name? Mine is saying that Vera is projecting, calling me broke, and she's the broke one. Vera, so every cast member there knows you don't have money, and you're here stunting every single time. Girl, come on. Vera said we were talking about your event, how you cancelled. I think Mine cancelled 2 locations. Mine did cancel 2 locations and decided to do it at KNT, which was smart, because at least KNT we got to see Mine at her second home. It was smart, because if she had done that event at Kempinski, I'd like, what's the connection? It would not have made sense. So I'm glad that she did do it at KNT. And was Sonal shading Mine also? Yes, she was. Sonal was shading Mine also. But did Sonal say you're broke? No, she didn't. The one who said you're broke was Vera. Because Vera was like, I thought because her father-in-law had just passed, and you can hear Sonal say, but that's her father. That's her father. Sonal is not someone you tell a secret to. I'm going to be honest, you don't tell a secret to Sonal. Or if you do tell her, you tell her, Sonal, if this comes out, we're not friends. I think that's how you have to handle Sonal. Because she will speak. Sonal is the bone collector of this franchise. Sonal is the bone collector of Real Houses of Nairobi. So she keeps saying, yes, you did say that she has a barrier right now, but what did you say after that? I said she's probably broke. So even Susan is pissed. Susan said, I will not give you a Kempinski service at KNT. And if you come at my house, I'll give you a mandazi and a cold one at that. Susan was pissed. She's like, I'm over this, I'm going, I'm leaving. Susan left. Dr. C followed. Mine left. Dr. C followed. Susan also left. And then also Sonal left. Vera said that the ending was not good, but that's what happened to good parties. That party really was nice. The party was nice, but again, there has to be some mess. I'm glad the mess happened later on. But yeah, that was this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.